the crater hit the Darrow layer smack dab. It appears. You can tell by the epicenter, the way that the debris is coming out in the directions. And you have a couple rangers in the group, so they're always sort of keeping an eye out. There's always, looking for tracks, and you can see that there was you notice that there was some tracks that had been covered up that had come from the crater. And you check, and I'm gonna make a rolls. Once we start here, I'll let the rangers decide how they want to handle that or whatever. But they did find some tracks outside the Darrow lair, but not going into the Darrow lair, actually. They were going to the crater. And then the tracks came out from the crater, didn't go into the lair. The tracks went toward the west and then disappeared where they covered them up. And they took great care to cover up the tracks, but they didn't around the entrance to the lair. You can conclude from this, perhaps, that they didn't want to know where they were going from or where they were coming from or going to. But you do know that somebody had gone into the crater and possibly left it, or is still there, maybe.
Are they human tracks or small tracks?
Well, we'll have to make a roll for that. They are definitely smaller tracks. And you predict that they could be these Darrow creatures, perhaps, because you were told that they were like a cross between a dwarf or what was it? Cross between a human and a dwarf? A Darrow, or?
In the memory web, one of the things they mentioned in particular is that for their master, they needed the black, like the meteorite for his survival. So, I mean, there's going to be multiple people hunting for this thing. And I was just looking through it again. There's a couple really good hints I think that we'll need to use when we're actually in the lair. There's something about a maze and losing your mind in the maze, but coming out, and then it's like all sorts of weird, freaky warnings.
By the way, I reposted those memories because you guys shared them and you wrote them all down. It's worth your time to read through them and carefully. It will save you guys a lot of pain. And Jim's already kind of uncovered one potential threat. Definitely, there's some sort of maze and challenge in that regard, somewhere, somehow. And remember, these are the memories of these monk bodyguards. Now, these monk bodyguards have never been here, right? They have nothing to do with this. They were actually sent to exchange a bestiary with Darowith, so Darowith would tell them where the star landed, right? And that's where you guys found out the star was here. You talked with Darowith, befriended him, and he agreed that, hey, if you guys take out these Darrow, and that's all hunky-dory, here's where the star is. And he actually he'll become a future friend, by the way, in this region. And this mountain range is way up in the middle of nowhere. It took you guys a long time to get here. So we're going to start here momentarily. I'm going to take a quick bio. But before then, I was just going to pan through again. Anybody have something that they would have wanted to ask that over the last 5-6 weeks that popped up? You could talk to Leto about his ring or about his difficulties. You can tell the guy's, he's a bit distracted. He's a bit heartbroken. You can tell he kind of looks like a bit smitten. Might be the word.
Mm-hmm.
To be young in love. You want to show them the ring?
Yeah, I'll show them the ring.
That sounded weird. Have you guys seen the ring?
No.
Okay, so he pulls out this ring, and I'll post it. Give me a second. In Facebook.
Yeah, I'd be very cautious about putting that on.
It's an interesting looking ring. I'll say that. I just posted it in Facebook. And by the way, does anybody, when we're playing, who's not... Jeff was around. I'm not sure if he's here. But
that looks like a freaky ring.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm just muted.
Okay, gotcha, Jeff. And we have a new addition to the party, too. So
I'd be very
here. Oh, creepy.
Cautious.
Yeah, Dean's breaking up. Yeah, that's a trippy looking ring, and it has this little chamber. It looks like, and it appears to be empty, and it appears, well, it appears sealed right now. But
Like maybe if I put it on, it would open it. That seems freaky.
Yeah, something India or something.
oh, you could ask now. You should ask Derwith maybe.
Mhm.
Oh, you're might be going back through there. Who knows?
I feel like it would have just been a Tom Bombadil thing. He'd take it, put it on, and just laugh.
Yeah, hee nice.
Make
Well,
it disappear.
yeah. Interesting. So, any ideas? Anybody seen anything like that? And so we travel up, and there's a bit of snow. As I said, it's now getting mid-fall. It's mid-October, even later. And up here, especially in the pass, it's cold. At night, you can tell it might drop to like -8, -10, like get really cold. And right now, it's probably around freezing. And a bit windy, gusty. Just visibility is cut pretty good. It's really low-hanging clouds where you guys are. It's always misty and such too. But when I get back, if no one else has anything, then and so Jim, you're just gonna play it cool for now. Well,
As a cucumber.
as a cuke. All right. And so you keep the ring in your pocket, or where do you keep it?
Yeah, it'd be in one of my pockets, away from my components. I wouldn't want to
Pickle.
throw that at an enemy accidentally.
Right.
Maybe-
Okay. So yeah, just a quick recap. Came up through the valley. We saw one cave entrance, possibly. Well, it seemed like one, definitely, and it seemed unused, but you didn't see any tracks or whatnot. And then you went around the corner, found the other entrance that was more of a formal entrance that had been partially, doors had been blown off from the impact, like with this meteor moving at 5 or 6 miles a second, hitting this hillside, just hit it like a thunderclap, right? You can see now where the mountain must have went, like, and there's a huge gap there where the meteor hit and just tore it. It's gone, it just blew it out. Okay, so I'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll start. And I've got us on the next map already queued up, so we're just outside that entrance. And as far as I know, you guys can change your mind, but you were going to go into the entrance. You had the choice either to go back to the cave, go up into the crater, or enter. And last time you were going to enter, but you can change your mind if you want. And you got to decide who's going to be carrying the light sources, because you have to have a hand free unless you have some sort of pole with a lantern on it or something, right? And then that brings other challenges. But to properly use a torch or lantern, it has to be in a hand to be able to move it around and articulate it without setting yourself on fire and so on. Now you can hold a shield and have a lantern, but then once the action starts, that shield is useless until you either shake the lantern out or put it down. Okay, so you can carry a shield, but it's useless if you're holding a lantern too. So you guys decide, because three of you don't have dark vision or whatever. Leto comes to mind.
Anybody have a light
And
spell?
Chang. Yeah, light spell would work as well, of course.
So we were about to go into the mountain then, or?
Yeah, in that northern entrance to the Darrow Lair.
Oh, okay, right there. Oh, yeah.
The little red orange archway there from the look of it.
Oh, okay, I see the little thing here that says party. Okay.
Yeah.
So we haven't investigated this crater at all, eh?
It's like way up on the mountain. I think he was saying that it would take like a while to get up there.
It's only a couple 100 feet from the look of it, but it'd be an awful rough climb to get there.
Yeah.
Just wonder if there'd be anything left over that might be a clue or anything. Maybe not.
The other thing we could do is if we want to send like a small scouting party, like Zhang could probably bounce up there pretty quick, and we could just establish a sort of safe zone down here. See if anybody's coming out of the entrance right away.
Give me a second. I'll check what my climb is. That might actually be an option.
The other thing I got a spell recently that I'm excited to try out is the hallucinatory terrain.
Yeah, I've never used
I got nearly 90% for climb walls, so that might actually be an option for me to go up there. You have to get a little better description on how clear it is to climb up that edge, because I don't know how far up it would be.
Yeah, if it's too ridiculously hard, then yeah, might as well just forego it. I'm just thinking there could possibly might be some sort of clue or residue of some weird material, or who knows. I don't know, just
Looking in the crater might give us a hint as to what we're looking at. If there's a resonant green foggy cloud down there, or some weird thing. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm just now, Jim. I sent one letter. Do you want me to send the other one?
Let me just check and see which one. Probably fine. I have nothing to hide.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, I mute.
One of the ideas we were thinking, Darren, is perhaps sending Zhang and if anybody else has good climb up to get a look at the crater while the rest of us kind of establish a safe zone down here.
Okay, so it's pretty safe climb, a little tricky. Give me a dexterity check. It's quite a little ways. We'll be back in like an hour because it's quite a climb. It's not an hour, probably 20 minutes, 10 minutes one way or so. And I'll just have this done shortly.
Past that dex roll, I rolled a 5 and have an 18, so past that by a lot.
Oh yeah, you scoot up there, monk-like, of course. No problem. What is that? Ah, there it is. So Lido shows you the letters that were written by Zara. I posted them in the Facebook. Just you guys had time earlier to look at that, but for now we'll focus on this adventure. So the two of you go up top, and the other ones go into the entrance. So you guys scamp. We'll start with Zhang first. Now, who's going with Zhang?
I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't.
I know my skill is climbing trees, but I don't know how well that would translate to climbing.
No, here
walls and
it's not difficult. I'm just making a roll to see if you slow him down. Basically,
Gotcha.
there's not an intense danger. You guys don't have to set ropes or anything like that. It's just a difficult kind of hands-on sometimes. And he goes, like, also you see, or she, I should say, Zhang goes, "Come on, sister, let's go!" And you scurry up this hillside.
I can go because I've got like an 88% chance to climb shit. So.
Oh yeah, and so just now make that roll to see if you slow down if you take longer. Because now Zhang, you get to the crest of the crater, and you can see down. There's a bowl, and you can see that the tracks. There was activity. A bunch of tracks were coming from roughly your area. They'd climbed up there and gone down into the crater, and in there. And whether that takes these guys a bit longer, hopefully this goes pretty quick, but.
Well, I made it, and because the Roll20 dice roller hates me, but I made it.
And okay, so the crater is nearly 100 feet across and about half as deep. The explosion which caused it must have been enormous. Rocks have been thrown out in all directions, with as much slid back down to the crater from the slopes above. In the very bottom of the crater, a deep hole has been excavated. And you look around. There's no enemies or nothing. It doesn't appear to be a danger, and you would see it. It's fairly open, the crater, and it's still daylight. But whoever was here is gone. You predict, and they've excavated something out of the middle. You want to go check it out? And the other people come climbing up behind you. They're slower. They're about a minute behind you, but you see Boudica and Amel come up, and it's the
I'll
three
wait for
girls. Hey, the three girls. I was just thinking that.
I'll wait for them to hit the crest, but then I'm going to say I'm going down to have a quick peek. But make sure there's doesn't look like there's any residual gases or anything down there, or any dead bodies from the previous guys that have been down in there.
Yeah, exactly. You get up to the edge of this. It's about 20 feet deep. It's a pretty deep hole. You realize as you get up to it, and they've excavated all back the backfill, and there's a dead body in the pit, and near the corpse there's a broken pick, and it's empty. And either they found what they were looking for, or they gave up. And it took more than one guy to dig this hole. I mean, well, I guess if you had time, but you think in 7 days, even this is a pretty deep hole. And so they had probably more. Now the slave appears to be human, a human female, probably in her 50s, and she's been dead. Well, you could make a roll here as who's got some sort of background in something like this, forensics or
Necromancy.
well, I don't know.
Investigation or medicine or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'll give you that, so you can make a wisdom roll.
I don't have those skills myself, but I was just thinking that might be something related.
Well, what do you want to do? You're standing on the edge of the pit right now. I shouldn't jump to conclusions, but you can see that there's a dead woman down there, and it looks like she's dressed like a slave. You know, if you had to make a call, it was like she's got bare rags on, barely. She's mostly naked and scarred and emaciated. And
I'll ask the other two to wait here on the edge, and I'm gonna scoot down in there because I can get out the fastest if something goes bad, and take a closer look at the digging. So the whole caldera, you said like 100 feet across, and then the hole they excavated was like 20. You said.
Yeah, about 20 feet deep, and then it had to be pretty significant, about the size of a large truck, and then it narrowed, and you could tell that at the end they kind of refined it, centered it more to the epicenter of the impact, and then there's a bit of a, when you get close, you can tell around the middle, roughly, like they're pretty good engineers in charge of this, whatever, and they might have found what they were looking for because the excavations ceased immediately when they were in this one little shallow cavity. And it's possible, now you don't have a dwarf with you or a gnome or something, right? And so you guys aren't miners or whatnot, so you wouldn't see the telltale signs of things like that. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. That's one thing your party is lacking, but whatever. If we get to the Underdark, it could be a problem. But for now, you conclude that, make me an intelligence check, just real quick. See if you can actually and it's going to be a plus 10 or plus 5. Pardon me.
Oh, 21. I blew that one badly.
Yeah, so you kind of yell up what you found, and I don't know. I think they found it, or they gave up, as far as you know.
It looks like they got something out of the bottom there, and looks like they left a slave behind. Poor woman. But it definitely looks like they dug down in here and then definitely got down into something. I don't think it's here anymore. Let's go on up and take a look around at the tracks a little more.
Yeah, the big thing that the web mentioned, at least the memories, was that it was where is it? A black rock. You will not mistake it. A black rock seared by great heat, dull and seemingly worthless. So it might just be something to keep an eye out for. Maybe they went looking through and didn't know what they were actually looking for.
That's a good assessment, actually.
Actually, yeah.
Because they're probably looking for something shiny as opposed to something dull.
Yeah, like it just looks like a black rock that has no earthly business being there.
Seared by great heat, dull and seemingly worthless. Only the fallen star can help us.
For some reason, the excavation stopped. And so, yeah, either they succeeded or gave up. Or
they dug too deep.
They dug too, unleashed. And so we're going to zip to the other group now. And you guys have been checking out this entrance, just making sure, there's nobody around watching. And, just you scoped it out. I'm going to assume you scouted up closely. And I'm going to bring you to this other map a minute. And you guys can follow along if you so desire. And, of course, just make the appropriate changes to who's or who's not here. I'll do that quickly. So who's carrying a light source? And what is said light source, if I could?
Not I.
So it's just Thrandrew and Leto.
Yeah, I'll probably have to hold a light source. I mean, that's not really something I could get Nefertari to do.
Okay, well, at least me with sword and shield, I can, just hang out behind me a bit and Ubers jump out, I'll try to take them out.
I'll probably
And Thrandrew's half elf, so he can actually see. But if the lantern's going, then the light kind of ruins his dark vision. Just so you know.
No, I'm human.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
Okay.
You're probably confusing with my other ranger that was in the same module. Briefly.
All right. So
Looks like a half elf. I'm gonna change it.
So the two of you see this entrance, and it goes sharply to the right as it goes in, and you can see there's debris. There's large cracks in the walls that are recent. It seems stable at the moment, though. You're like, okay, damage is done, sort of thing. You smell death coming from this hole.
Everything went dark.
It's ripe.
What I'd probably do, Darren, is I'd have like a torch in one hand, actually a lantern is better, and then I just have it so that I still have access to components for spells and stuff that I can throw.
Gotcha.
If need be.
So I gave you some brief light. That's all you got from this light source right now. You said a torch?
A lantern would be better.
Oh, okay. So do you have one?
Double checking my character sheet.
Okay, we'll say you do. That's fine. So Thrandrew, you creep up ahead, and it's up to you. Yeah, you smell there's something. Death. It's like. Ugh.
Once I'm in the dark, I'm gonna draw my scimitar, so I don't have to make a saving throw.
Right.
Dark.
And so Leto, you can move up, and I gave you your cat there too as well.
Mhm.
And she jumps off your shoulder and goes into the corner and hides like along the wall here, close enough to be with you.
Mm-hmm. And I'd let her know, say, let us know if you notice any changes in the atmosphere.
And
Or
her
you-
nose is wrinkly, and she's like, "Ugh, it's
Mhm.
dead bodies." Arr.
I'll
And around the corner, sure enough, you see the collapsed body of
Yeah.
something.
I'll shout out to the group. It's like there's bodies inside. I'll whisper kind of.
And they appear to be quite dead. And the smell, hence the smell. As you go a little closer to the room, and it's real quiet. Yeah, it's real super quiet. The far wall of this room and much of the ceiling has collapsed. And sprawled on the floor, apparently killed by the falling rock and the shock or impact or whatever, lie the corpses of 5 short, pale-skinned humanoids. And you're looking at what you suspect are your first Darrow, but they don't appear to be threatening. Quite dead, and have been dead for 7-8 days.
They were crushed by Caden.
Yeah. Okay, you can move a little further in the room. I'll show you what I mean, Leto.
Closer look.
I just I want to make sure. So we do kind of assess that it was the room that killed them, and that it's not some.
Yeah, you can see its impact. You can see their hit. There's rubble around them, like blatantly. You can tell where rock landed on one guy. Like we'll say this guy here, he's under that big rock, squished, and there's this one guy's burst. When you see the big fat burst open guy, he's like, ooh, he took like a. Yeah, he's really stinking. And
anybody who doesn't appear to be a Darrow?
No, they're all Darrow, and I just kind of used different corpses, just kind of. Now Zhang's coming back, and the rest of the crew, I take it. No, so Zhang, you're not supposed to be here. This is happening in real time. You're up in the crater as these guys are doing this. And it takes you guys about 15, 20 minutes to do the crater thing. So these guys can take their time. Now you're in the room, and the smell is nauseating. So everyone can make me a constitution roll, please. Is in the room. Like, it's just like, like, unless you have some background where you would be like, this is nothing.
Smells great in here.
Yeah. So now the cat doesn't want to go in. Oh, no, pardon me. Let me roll. Oh, yeah, she goes in with you, but she's just like prancing around the blood and stuff. Um, there doesn't appear, you're not sure how far the room goes in. You can see there are indications that this was sort of a guard room, and there might have been a door or entrance on the other side that went deeper into the complex, but it's completely blocked now, like it's sealed off with rubble. And neither of you are gnomes or dwarves. And so I don't know if you have backgrounds in engineering and mining or whatnot, but I don't think you do.
No,
No?
not really.
No. Yeah. So your best guess is it looks a little iffy too. Like, you wonder, where would you start digging? And if you started digging, is that going to cause more trouble, right?
Yeah.
It's up to you, but it seems cut off. And there hasn't been any activity here, and nobody's come here since this happened. Maybe somebody came in here and looked in here, but that was it. They didn't fiddle with the bodies. Like, they're still wearing armor and weapons and stuff. They're dressed in like they're studded leather armor, and other ones are wearing was it ringmail?
So are there any that appear to be like a captain that might have some keys or on him or something?
Yeah.
Good call. But these ones all look like general soldiers. They're sort of dressed the same, despite the different tokens I used. I kind of messed it up that way, but they're all dressed very similarly, a uniform manner, with little quirks and stuff. But you can't see any blatant insignia, and nobody here obviously wasn't important enough to be taken away or dealt with. It seems like they were just forgotten or never found again. You're not sure. And nobody's tried to dig out through here or anything. They might have come in here and assessed the situation and left. And you were told that they're cruel and heartless folk, these Darrow. So it doesn't surprise you that they would leave their dead lying around, even if they saw them.
Yeah, for sure.
Nefertari. So about 10 minutes goes by as you guys assess this and look around. Now you can search the bodies, of course, in detail. You guys have just looked around, and you discover that altogether they actually have platinum on them. And altogether they have 22 platinum pieces, which is like 220 gold pieces. It's like 10 to 1 platinums. Were very valuable. And platinum can be used to make magic items and stuff too, right? And things like that. Components. It's very rare. And they have other coins all tallying about 120 gold pieces total. And they stink. And you guys are getting... Did anyone not make that constitution roll, by the way? We all made it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't had to make it yet because we're still in the crater.
So you guys you have a choice here. You can try dig, and I don't know, you didn't really look for secret doors, but you don't sense there would be any around in this location. It seems like a simple guard room.
Yeah, maybe if one of us wants to check the bodies, the other one can just do a more thorough examination of the room.
So you spend the next couple minutes, and as this goes on, I'll pan back quickly to the 3 girls who are just finished. Now Jang jumps out of the pit, and you guys can check it out if you want as well or whatever, but what do you guys want to do up there?
Just check it out, see what they found, if anything, and then get back to the rest of them.
Right. Yeah, and leave the body or whatever in the pit.
Yeah, what do I care about a dead human?
I would believe she would be a slave to the Darrow.
Well, it seems that way. If this was the Darrow lair, this is poor human, and they're known to take slaves and raid for that purpose.
I think she deserves to be buried better than just left in a meteor crater. I'll bring her out and see if there's some place with some earth we can bury her, maybe a funeral pyre.
Well, okay, that suits your character quite niche. Yeah, well, and Boudica, you're observing this, and it'll take him probably 5 minutes or so. He could just do a real quick job, but you don't have all day, right?
Right.
No.
I'll give you a hand in at least if not burning the body, then burying it.
Yeah.
2 of us working together will make.
Doesn't necessarily have to be immediately. She's already been exposed for several days. But I don't want to leave her up here just on the open edge of the face to be scavenged by birds and beasts.
Trophy.
Well, and since she was human, sky burial's probably not her thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, it's very tragic, and you guys do bring her body up, and you find a little nook where were able to make a little bit of a cairn, some rocks and stuff. We'll say, right?
There's lots of that around.
yeah, exactly. And you you say a couple words, and then I guess you notice Amal is kind of watching you guys curiously and kind of shaking her head a bit, like that's strange behavior, and. Yeah, she seems generally a bit puzzled. She's like, "It's just a human." You wonder about her background, but she's
die all the time.
yeah, that's true. And so the three of you guys take your knowledge back, and you just get back to the entrance as these guys wrap up their last investigation and kind of come out to the light again, get away from the stench, and just like fresh air. And there's nothing in that room. There's no way out. It's sealed off, and you tell each other all the details. There's a human slave up there, and this seems like a dead end. There's 5 bodies in there, and so on. So you guys have to come up with your next move. There's only one option left, really.
Yeah, the creek entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well explore that.
yeah.
Yeah, this is a pretty dead end. It's too risky.
And dead end in more ways than one.
Yeah, we could all end up dead end. Yeah.
We'll give the other side a shot because it seems to be on the other side of the crater, or at least a different side of the crater.
Yeah, less damage probably.
Okay, so I'm just moving. I'm just setting up your party here in formation. Remember, we had Thrandu and Zhang up front, sorta, with Boudica, the archer, in the middle with Amalthea kind of hovering around. Not sure where you want to go, Jeff.
I'm going to follow the dark for the most part.
Yeah, you're kind of hovering around the flanks and stuff, right?
Yep, pretty much.
Okay, so here's the party right here. If you're facing west, Thrandu at the front. I got you guys set up. Is that okay, everybody?
Looks good to me.
That's good.
Okay. So I'm going to be moving you guys head around the side here. Okay, the Rangers can make a tracking roll. And actually, I shouldn't have said that. You guys can, whatever.
I'll check the track.
Yeah, well, just so you know, it's your
Yeah,
Rangers, I guess. You kind of default, you're always kind of looking. So especially when you're out here, and it's hard to hide the tracks out here because it's all fresh dirt, a lot of it blown, right? But you can tell somebody really tried hard to cover the tracks, and you now realize that the Darrow came this way from the crater, and they may have came from the other cave entrance, went to the crater, went to the other entrance that was destroyed, checked it out, went up there, did an excavation, and then they came back to this cave with the creek. And that's what the tracks show you. And they did a pretty good job covering it, but they're Darrow, and there were it's hard to tell how many there were because of that. Probably at least 10. You can predict, but even that's.
And the tracks don't seem to lead out yet.
Yeah, there were tracks going both ways.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if maybe we kind of figured that they went excavated and now they're in there.
Is one set fresher than the others?
Oh, no, I'll review real quick. They came from that entrance over here, the tracks.
Okay.
And they left that entrance, and you deducing this because you're finding tracks coming your way, and you're following them back to this entrance. They went to the other one, found the dead bodies, found the crater, excavated it, and came back. Unless they hid somewhere else, but you don't think so. Like,
okay,
they were on a mission or something. They just went there and back, and you're following the tracks right now, and they're going back to that other entrance. And so you guys are being cautious. So you'll have weapons out or whatnot, and you don't need torches right now. It's daylight outside, so I'll pretend that you can see a lot further. And actually, what I could do is that's not that important. You can use theater of mind. There's a lot of big rocks, debris everywhere, but you guys find your way around the side of the mountain following the tracks, and up ahead is the entrance to the cave. There's a small creek, quite small, about 4 feet wide, trickling out the entrance. There's no light coming from in there. It goes into darkness. And I'll move you guys a little further. Actually, that's not fair. Give me a minute. I'll set up a real quick light source out here for you guys. Just have to do it this way because you're going into the cave, so I need dynamic lighting at that point. But I'll just put up a quick artificial sun here a minute.
Perfect. I will be back in a minute, hopefully before we get to the cave.
Okay, that should work. Better, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so now you can see what I mean. The cave entrance is up here at the creek. You guys had just traveled around a few hundred feet, 400 or 500 feet, maybe 600, 700. And we're going to start shortly. Let me just quick run to the can, and then Jim will be back in a minute. And we're going to be in this order. I'm assuming you can go too wide. It appears the cave entrance is over 10 feet wide and probably up to 15, 20 feet high. It's like a crack. And so you can go too wide. So I'll have Thrandu and Zhang sort of side by side as the front row. And then Boudica and Leto behind them. And then Amalthea is always kind of hovering, going around the flanks, moving around, doing her thing. So we're kind of like that. And then when we get to the entrance, we'll turn. And you don't see anything so far. It's dead quiet. All right, be right back.
Probably check for traps if anybody's got a skill for that.
Being a slaving, mistrusting type of creatures, that might be a very good idea. They may just leave some nasty surprises behind to keep people away.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're devious players.
wouldn't be surprising.
It would not be unknown for people to leave, welcoming gifts, shall we say.
Welcome to the jungle. Welcome to the
This is
underdog.
where a dwarf or a gnome would have been coming in real handy here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
So Zhang, what are you using for light source?
Whatever the rest of the party's using to light things up. I believe I have a...
Yeah, you tell me. So far, we have one guy carrying a torch. Thrandu is carrying a torch. Or no, Leto is, sorry. He's in the back.
Yeah. I have 5 torches, so I could light one up off of his torch. Give us a second light source. Hopefully we don't lose them both.
You'll have to put down your torch to do combat, like, efficiently.
Yeah.
Like, as a monk, you need...
Need both hands, the whole body. To
Well, yeah, you're going to twist in and back spins and...
flips and jumps and all kinds of things.
Yep.
Looking cooler with fire.
So, are you still going to carry a torch?
No, I'm just saying I have one if we need somebody else to light one.
I'll light up a lantern, have it in one hand, and just have my flail in the other.
Okay, that means I'll put a yellow dot on you as well, and I'll give you 35-foot radius light. Should work. Okay. Now let me know if it's not working when we get in here. So we're ready to start then. Jim should be back shortly. Oh, he's not quite back. Oh, and I got one more thing to do. Sorry, guys. We'll start in 2 minutes.
Okay.
I gotta run for a couple minutes there, and I'll be right back.
Well,
yes, traps first.
yeah, check for traps on the way in the thingy. That could definitely be one of the first things, especially like with this. It wouldn't be hard to hide a rock fall or something on us.
Yeah.
Is Darren just taking a quick break before we head in there?
Yeah, he said he'd be like 2 minutes.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
just getting everybody together.
Awesome.
Okay, so roll call. You got okay, Jim's still away. That's okay. We're gonna have to start. I'll play him for now. Oh yeah, he's a mage. Shit, I don't have a spell list.
He checked in while you were gone. He'll only be a minute as well.
Oh, okay. So this is the formation. We'll have this sort of, if it's viable, and you can go 2 by side, then we'll have the Thrandu Zhang up front and Leto Bodica at the back with Amathael, depending on circumstances, bouncing around the flanks. And that sounds good. Thrandu's carrying a torch. Leto's carrying a torch. However, that's a problem. Leto can't carry a torch and cast spells.
What? Come on. There's got to be one-handed
Nope.
spells.
Nope. You need hand gestures. You need your hands free.
Well, could I? Okay. Here was my initial plan. That would be super cool. Is if I had a lantern on my staff, then I could kind of carry it, put it down when I need to cast my spells.
Kind of like a Gandalf with the quartz.
Oh, or the
Fellowship?
Led Zeppelin album, the Hermit.
Yeah.
He's got that.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin 4.
Yeah, he's got one of those.
There you go.
Nice.
Now, Jim, I kind of made it a bit. I'm going to add a bit to that riddle with that letter, by the way, just last postscript. That emoji, when you took a closer look at it,
A
like,
symbol.
it was, yeah, it was, you think now it could have been the ring. She drew a real quick scribble of it.
Hmm.
And then it said, yeah, if you, what is it? If you see Zanzibar, tell him I'm sorry.
Hmm.
But anyway, that might probably muddy the
Picture
waters
of
up a
the
bit more
ring.
for you. I'm sure. We're ready to go in, Jim. We got you in the back with Bodica and Thrandu and Zhang up front, and Almathea bouncing around. So yeah, you guys can move as well as you want. Thrandu, now you go around the corner and you go up to the edge, and it's dark inside. Water's trickling out. It's quiet.
I have a bullseye lantern, which works a bit more like a flashlight. Like it has
Gotcha.
more of a beam. You can
So I'll
kinda-
give you a bit more power. So that'll give you 40 feet. And actually, there's a way to watch this. This is pretty cool. Does it work again?
Zhang, do you have check traps? Remember?
I do.
Oh, ooh.
Not great at it. I'm not a thief by any means, but I do have the ability.
All right, buddy. Your go. Zhang nods at Thrandu. Now you got a light source. If that's an obvious giveaway, just so everyone knows. I mean, you see a torch come into the cave. It's like somebody's here.
Not much we can do about it. We can't see without them.
No kidding.
But we do want to. One of the first things we want to do is check the entrance and the first few feet for traps like a rock fall or
go ahead,
anything
move
like
in.
that.
Yeah, I'll provide light and you can have a look around.
Yeah, move on in. So you can easily jump across the creek. It's just a stream here, in fact.
Yeah.
And it takes.
Does the water look clear, or does it look like muddy or dirty or smelly or?
No, it's clear at this point. Oh, yeah, it's a good call. You're not a dwarf or a gnome, though, are you?
No.
And for some reason, I realize there's a block in front of you guys right now.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not quite sure, but if you guys move a little ways ahead, it should open up. Can you get past the block?
I can move past it. Can you move past it, Andrew?
Yeah, it kind of goes along with me. Like I can't see any in front, but if I move around, I can.
Oh, I know why. Okay, sorry. I tried something there and it failed. I tried to give you 360-degree view with that lantern. Now,
Oh, that looks better.
okay, but just as you adjust your lantern, now, Zhang, why can't you see anything now?
Interesting. I don't know.
Okay, sorry, guys. I'm just going to have to give you sight for a second. Dynamic lighting is shitting the bed here a bit. So Zhang's like, look out! And we got to roll surprise rolls.
Okay.
Dark.
And you guys hear this
Surprise.
of some sort of mechanisms.
Uh-oh.
And out of the darkness, darts come flying from this area over here. And you see two of these Darrow characters, these like 5 foot, maybe, 4'10", real mean looking, dwarven kind of looking, but more elongated, like a mixture. And with their pasty gray skin and their eyes just seem to glow. And they're squinting at the torchlight, you can see, but these two warriors, they look tough. One of them's got like a 2-handed glaive, and the other one has a grapple hook in which he's about to throw.
Mm.
All right, so we have to roll for surprise.
Yeah, I rolled
Okay, what'd you get?
3.
So neither party surprised.
You see each other. Whoa, hey, what the hell? And they're like, whoa, what the?
Yeah, because the monk, you're not surprised, and your ranger. If it was another character, you would have been surprised because they surprised on a 1 to 3. If you guys rolled a 1 to 3
Yeah.
or 1 to 4, but if it's monk or ranger, it's 1 or 2. So neither surprised. Now we have initiative, and you guys and you're like, look out! And you see a couple darts across, small bolts come flying out of the darkness. I rolled a 2 for initiative. So everybody has to decide what they're doing. Think about, and then actually the people outside the cave are watching. So Leto, you can see all of a sudden they go into the entrance, and you're probably, each one of these squares is 10 foot, by the way. So they're a good 30 feet away, and then you suddenly see Zhang go into this ready stance and so on.
Yeah, I'll motion to the others. Like, looks like we got something going on up here. Probably give him a hand.
What do you do with the lantern, Brad?
I can just put it down on the floor. Actually, no, I'm gonna screw it. I'm gonna keep it in my hand, and when they get closer, it shines like a kind of like a flashlight. I'm gonna try to blind them more with it.
All right, we'll get to that in a minute. So you're just holding it still.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I guess I'm going to try and parry them. Whatever's coming out of the darkness at us. If they're darts or bolts or arrows, whatever, I'm going to try and knock them out of the air with my ability for that, so nobody gets hit by them.
Now, yeah, you weren't surprised. So, and I said you saw the bolts. So one of them goes at you and one goes at Thrandu. Now you can make a +5 dex save to put yourself in a position to try block both of them, but then you have to make 2 saves for both bolts.
Okay.
Because it's pretty tricky, hard maneuver. You got to move quick. But
Did you say +5?
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll or see what happens. Oh, nope, that didn't happen. I got to roll a 22. I'm only an 18.
All right, so you make 1 saving throw versus the 1 bolt to see if you dodge it.
Okay.
And I'll roll. And you guys don't have missiles, right?
No.
I do, but I'm way out here. So
I do.
Yeah, you can't see what's happening at where you are. You guys are gonna have to move up. So at the moment you can't shoot. So we'll move on to movement phase shortly.
Right in the bed.
Crap,
So you
where did that
look
go?
out, and you just have time to kind of ready yourself so you're not surprised when these bolts come out. What is your armor class, Thrandu? Oh, it's
I would have my shield, so it's 4.
yeah, and you bring your shield around, and that's gonna be close.
Oh no, I can't use shield because I got the lantern.
Oh, that's right. And
But
so
I'm gonna
this,
try to blind these fuckers.
you need to make a saving throw for me.
Oh my, or versus what?
I'll let you know. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, no, the bolt does just barely hit you. Now, make a saving throw for me. So just roll 20-sided. And because if it's okay, so you're human, right?
Yeah.
So that would be a fail for you on anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Poison is limited if it's poison.
and give me one quick second here.
Maybe like a half dose or something.
Yeah, these clever little bastards, they use poison. And give me 1 second. I just have to quickly look up something. I forgot exactly what it does. It's a slow poison, I think. Okay, here we are. They're a poison. Oh, wait a minute. Ouch. Okay, suddenly that little puncture wound hurts like a son of a bitch. Holy cow. You take a lot additional damage. It's just a straight up toxic poison. Cellular destruction. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, no, that's incorrect. That's not that. That was the wrong roll. Oh, but I got. Oh my god.
Jeez.
12.
So it burns like, and your armor has to make a saving throw versus acid. So you have magical armor.
Yeah.
Okay, what plus is it?
Dragon stuff.
+2, right? And it's metal, or so it's leather, right?
Leather, yeah.
So it's +2. You have to get a 8 or above on a 20-sided. Okay, no damage. So if it would have damaged it, wouldn't wreck it necessarily, Brad. But it might. You have to get it fixed, and in some cases it will wreck it. It depends. I sometimes have to make a call, depending if it's like dragon fire or something, right?
Gush acid, yeah.
Yeah, but you can tell. But you pull the dart out, it only did 1 point damage with the poison. Yeah, so that stings. 12 points, 13 total.
X-Hackers.
And we're now on to Zhang.
Yep.
Or no, actually, it's your guys' turn. What do you guys do? The 2 bolts come flying out. Oh, Zhang, you made your.
I'm pissed.
I equaled my saving throw.
So you kind of almost slipped in the stream a bit because you were trying to get in front of Thrandu's, but it caused more difficulties, and you just managed to dodge this bolt. And the rest of the party sees this one bolt go clattering out, and you can hear Thrandu kind of go, "Bugger!"
Yeah.
He's given his traditional sort of exclamation swear word when he's hit.
Expletive deleted.
Yeah.
Ampersand. Pound sign.
Now you guys can be yelling out information too, right? Just so you know, you can always yell out things and give more information. Because technically these guys don't know what's going on. They just know you're under attack.
Okay, well, I'm gonna rush these buggers because that really pissed me off.
Oh yeah, and they're coming out to attack. And the one guy, he flings his grappling hook at you, Brad, as you run at him.
You can try.
Now, Brad, you can charge.
That's
but what that means, you get. Let me finish a second, because if you take the option to charge, you can't use your shield. You don't get your dexterity bonus, and they get attack you first. But if you miss on the end of your charge, you get +2 on your attack. And then they can brace themselves. You can brace. There's different stuff. I've posted it before in the Facebook. You guys should check it out.
I don't know if I'm really going to charge, but I'm going to be moving towards them. Yeah.
All right. Well, this one guy flicks his grappling hook in this expert manner.
Didn't they already attack this round?
Not the guy with the grappling hook. No, the archers are in the darkness somewhere. You don't even see them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these 2 guys were in this little nook there, and they jumped out. One guy whipped this thingamajigger at you, and it's kind of like a double pronged hook thing with a rope. And you've never kind of seen it before used that way, but he swings it around expertly, and he tried to hook your ankles. And you just managed to do the old hop skip in the playground.
Okay.
And yeah, but you could
yeah,
tell,
well-
oh, nasty. And he would have had options to yank you off your feet or drag you or something. You realize, and he's real expert because he brings it back same round. Like when he misses, he just loops it back and snaps it back into his hands.
But while he's doing that, I'm gonna attack him first. Then.
Well, his buddy steps in front,
Hmm.
right? So you have to go kind of through him first, and he's raising up, and he's got a kind of a war-matic, and he looks pretty fierce, and he's got a shield, and he's got those white shiny dead fish eyes. So go ahead, you get first attack.
I'm gonna use my 2 attacks this round.
So you're only about 12, 14 feet away. So you run up there and make a dexterity check as you scrambling in this kind of rough conditions on the bottom of this in the attack. All right, so you're good.
Yeah.
And so you run over there and attack. And this guy, make your 2 attacks on this guy. Keep track of your distance covered, everybody, by the way, because if you use you can use up to 30% of your movement and still attack. So if you could move 120 feet, you can still move 30 feet and attack. Now, this is difficult terrain here, so if you go normal speed, you have to make a dexterity check. If you go half speed, you don't.
So, Darren,
Yes, sir.
can I hear the sounds of the combat out in the cave where I was left off?
Yeah, an exclamation mark. And Thrandu, you'll just finish up these 2 guys in front. Make your attack. Go ahead.
Yeah, I already did. I got 17 and 13.
Oh, well done. And their armor class, that 13. The 17 hits, so roll damage for me on that one. And the other one hit too, actually. 13's a hit as well. Yeah, fighter.
Oh, shit. Not too bad.
So wham! You hit him smartly. And again, I encourage everybody to step up with some gusto if you'd like, and
Yeah,
describe.
I'd like to just start sneaking that way, try to see if I can keep to the shadows and get up to those archers once I know they're there.
Okay, that's going to be fairly hard to do. So I'm going to put penalty on your hide and shadows. What is your hide and shadows right now?
Get my character sheet up here.
You follow? I do that, right? Because you're going into a funnel, and it's not impossible. And if you're good, you could do it, right? And if the dice are friendly.
My hide and shadows right now is 35%.
Okay, no, we can go with that for now because it is craggy and stuff. No, that's fair. So you start moving up. I'm assuming like you're coming up this way along the edge, the right side or left side? Probably the right side.
Yeah, probably the right side.
And the right side looks like the unused side. If you follow, like the tracks are on the other side more. So hopefully they maybe don't get suspicious. So go ahead, roll your percentage for hide and shadows. And if you do this, you've completely hidden yourself, and you'll be able to move up to half your movement.
All right, let's see.
In the shadows, stalking.
Yeah, let's see if Roll20 hates me or not.
Yeah, I know.
It hates me, so I did not make it.
All right, and as you realize that, 2 more of these guys come around the corner, and they spot you.
Did I kill that dude?
What was your second damage?
10.
And your first one was 13? Wow, 20. Yeah, he did. The 2 big swings.
His eyes are blue. One blue this way, one blue that way.
Oh yeah, he goes down, and the guy with the hook just drops it, and he's pulling out a Warmatic for next round because he realizes, whoa, this guy's right here. There's one. You see one of these creepy critters comes out of the shadows from near the back of the room and enters the light, running forward to reinforce, apparently. And there appear to be at least 2 archers or crossbowmen in the back in the shadows out of sight. All right, moving along, Zhang. You see Amathea go by you and disappear briefly, but then all of a sudden she's like startled and realizes there's 2 more guys come around the corner as they see each other. They'll react next round. Actually, these 2 guys are running forward. They're going to attack. Looks like they're going to try attack either Thrandu or Amalthea.
I'm gonna run interference there. Thandru seems to have them other two under control. I'm gonna run straight ahead and try and kick that guy on the left of the two that are on the right side of the creek there.
Okay, now since you're moving normal speed through there, you got to make a dex check real quick
Okay.
when you run through there.
Oh,
No problem. In fact, from now on, you can move through this room without making dex checks. You've got the footing. Like you remember up in the monastery practicing on the cold mountain slopes. And
poles and all that kind of stuff.
so you go zipping through, like just zip, and you're fast. And of course, you hit the guy on the right, or give me which one you want.
The
Well, you can highlight, right? Just hold down your left mouse button.
the left guy there on the right side of the creek.
Okay. Now these guys have shields and let me have a quick look, make sure weapons. It tells me all their weapons and shit here. Outer cave. The stream flows out from the mouth of this cavern, issues from two pools at the rear of the cave. Several small humanoid figures suddenly emerge from behind a massive natural pillar and send a hail of small quarrels flying in your direction. So, oh yeah, they shoot two around. Hold on. These are repeaters. I got at the end of the round, there's two more bolts coming. I didn't need to say that, but let me have a quick look here. Hook Falshard. One of them has a long pike with a hook on it, and he's going, and it's just reach. He gets first attack as you come in. Actually, you being a monk, I'm going to give you a plus 5 dex save to see if you can actually get by that pike. No.
Nope.
So he gets attack, and he expertly goes low and tries to get your knees and ankle area with a vicious knife blow and then twist with the hook. They're really quite good at that stuff. And your AC is
2.
okay. So they're pretty tough, but that's not gonna cut it. That's actually they're pretty tough. So you dodge, your feet are real quick, happy feet, and you avoid that weapon, and you get in close and attack. Go ahead.
Okay, so we are going to roll.
Are you doing your launch attack? Launch kick?
Yep.
You got to let me know, because if he would have hit you, and then you would have had to make a saving throw to see if he imbalances you. If he'd flick a hook, that would mess everything up. So, but anyway.
Not sure that's going to be enough.
No, that's a miss. Okay, now we're moving along to Boudica. I see you've come. Okay, you come to the entrance. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna scoot in a little closer.
Somebody's.
And I think. Yeah. Give me a sec. I'm
10
trying
seconds.
to measure. I think I'm gonna go for this guy.
Okay.
I think I have a clear shot of him.
You can try, but there is a bit of a pillar there beside Thrandu, and Thrandu is in the way. Go ahead, fire.
Oh, I do see that.
If you miss, there's
10.
a chance.
I miss.
That's okay. I have a target on the back of my head. Tattooed on the
Roll
back.
a percentage die. If you get under 50%, you hit Thrandu.
Shit. I am so sorry.
Ow. Okay, 6-sided die. And Thrandu, you get a arrow. Okay, 2 points. Sorry, I jumped the gun there. 2 hit points damage. And Boudica's like, my bad.
Yeah, shit.
At the end of the round, you may have another shot. So, Leto, you've jumped the stream and enter into the room. Make a dexterity check if you're moving at normal speed.
Oh yeah, fucking nimble.
Okay, no problem. And I won't necessarily make you do that every time, guys, but sometimes if you're doing a tricky maneuver now, but it won't be a normal roll. From now on, you can move around this room unless, as I said. Okay, Leto, you're in.
Yeah, so I came up, I had some darts ready on hand, and I'm getting this guy in my sights.
Now, the guy named Krigran is bigger and tougher, and
I
he's got
can't
a
read
hammer in
the,
each hand. Just so you guys know, he seems to be the leader,
Okay.
and he's barking and he's gesturing with his hammer, and the troops are all gung ho, and they seem quite fanatical. So go ahead, Leto. You whip darts at the Darrow warrior,
10-4.
and
So
that's in range. Yep,
yeah,
barely. Darts are pretty short range.
I roll just 3 d20s, right, for the.
Correct. One. Actually, you're magic user, aren't you?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was like, yeah, but I hit as a fighter, but that's just for the acid arrow.
Is that with any? Well, do you have any bonuses like dexterity or missile?
I don't know. My dexterity's 16. I don't know if that's a bonus to.
Isn't that? No, I don't think so. So I'll look it up. You might get a bonus. Player's handbook under abilities, dexterity.
Player's handbook.
Anyway, we'll move on for now. You do miss all three.
Yeah.
And well, it depends. It's pretty picky for
It
the
says
dexterity.
+1.
For 16?
It says reaction attacking adjustment is +1.
Okay, so that 15, that might actually that was it. That you need a 15.
All right.
Nice.
So rolling. Oh, this is a special thing.
Four-sided die, -1, I think.
Yeah, I just roll 1d3 on. Yeah, nice. 3 points.
All right. So yeah, he looks at you and yeah, he's pissed. He barks something. And Darrow, he's a big, bald, ugly bastard. And he's got you marked, Leto. So Almathea, you have another arrow. Anyone have any arrow follow-ups? We're wrapping up your guys' turn. Go ahead, Almathea. Or sorry,
Hold on, let me unmute myself.
Oh.
Give me just a second here.
And then Boudica, you have a shot left, remember?
Right, yes.
Let's see. So that's just for me. So let's see if I can hit anything.
What do you have for a missile weapon?
Oh, just a short bow.
Now, I'll assume next time if you can hide in shadows with a short bow, but I'll assume that's your primary weapon.
I know my primary weapon's a melee, but I'm still good to shoot from a distance because I'm a long ways off.
Okay, but I'm a bit picky in the future, just so you know that you'd have to, unless you say otherwise, you'll have your primary weapon out.
Okay.
And then you'll need time to switch them and stuff, especially a bow. But go ahead anyway. You have your short bow.
Yep. All right. So I rolled a 17, so I'm pretty sure
That's a hit.
hits. All right. So let's see.
Here's thief. Yeah.
2 points of damage. Yeah.
Yeah, you need like a 15 to hit. Yeah. Right. And you shot who?
One of the archers, if I can see him.
Can you actually? I don't think you can. They're in. Oh yeah, you actually can. They are back there, but they have partial cover. First of all, short bow's range. You'll have to shoot through the two guys in Zhang, right?
All right. Well, then I'll just shoot the guy that's to the right of Jang.
Okay, go ahead. Fire.
Yep. So 2.
And you get another shot.
All right.
She'll find you swiftly, Leto.
Nope. I snap a bowstring or shoot
make
myself in the
percentage roll.
foot or something.
You might have shot Zhang.
Yeah. See, this is why I hate the roll 20 dice roller because it hates me.
Okay, nothing too serious. Your arrow just goes horribly askew, and that's done. Okay, let me have a quick gander here. Oh yeah, no problem, Jeff. No problem. Now it's their turn, and you can see they're quite ferocious and quite tenacious, and you can see this insane look in their eyes. Well, their milky dead fish eyes, as they just right away swarm nearest people. And this commander, he rushes forward, and the two of them attack Thrandu. The two of them attack Zhang, and actually at the end of the round, they get their 2 other shots. So one of them, they both shoot at you, Zhang. These two, he orders them, kill that one, and he yells out in some weird language. And they both take a shot at you at the end of the round. This is their second shot. These repeater crossbows shoot 2 rounds.
Serpentine.
And your AC's 2, correct? Okay, that 15 is a hit, definitely. And I think a 14 is a hit on you as well.
I'll try parrying each of those.
Okay, you are fighting. Now, the way that works, actually, that's possible because you're facing it. I'll let it slide in that sense. You see them, they're shooting at you, right? If they were shooting, like if you're in combat with somebody and they're shooting you from the flank, you can't do that. And
couldn't see it. Well, couldn't see it come.
And if this had been at the beginning of the round and you decided to dodge their arrows, these guys could hit you like as you're dodging. So anyway, they roll your quick saves here for me. Ooh.
And I didn't make either one of them.
All right, so these 2 bolts hit you. Now make 2 more saves.
Depends what I'm saving.
Poison.
Give me 1 second.
Good news is it only took 2 points damage as these tiny little bolts. They're not very big, these quarrels. They do 1 to 3 damage, if that, actually.
Poison is an 11, so that 11 is a save.
Ooh, it's close. So you pulled them out just in time, and you can feel like a poison ivy kind of sting, but nothing to cause harm, but despite these little puncture wounds. But it was a close call, that one. You were like, ouch, that would have stung like a bugger.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's done. So it's next round, actually, and they're doing their follow-up melee. So these 2 attack you, Zhang. This one uses that hook fauchard as a staff to hit you. And does.
Okay.
For 1 point damage. I'm rolling really low for damage. But they're getting hits, but they're just not. Yeah. Let me have a quick look here. Double check. I've got. Hold on. I'm just taking a quick look here. Make sure. Yes. Oh, that hook. Oh, it only does 1d4 damage, that hook thing. But you have to make a roll to see if you're unbalanced.
Okay.
So it did 1 point damage, and you basically I'll give you a dexterity check. In your case, being a monk.
13 beats it by 5.
All right, so he doesn't unbalance you. The other guy attacks you with a Warmatic. And that will hit. And this one does 1 die for 3 points damage.
Okay.
Okay, this war leader guy and this guy attack Thrandu. And the war leader guy, he throws one of his Warmatics at your lantern.
How much is the lantern affecting their vision, that kind of thing?
But he misses. They don't like it. They're -1. Yeah. I just forgot to add that a couple times, sorry. But I just remembered if they have like a natural light in their eyes, they don't like it. They can tolerate it. But anyway, the leader guy, his one misses your lantern, then he swings with the other matic he had, and he rings your bell. And this guy is a leader type, so he does do a bit extra damage. 12 points damage.
Ow.
Oh!
He gets a vicious strike. Now, the other guy who had pulled out his matic, he misses. And who's left? Okay, so that's 1, 2, attack Zhang. That's attack Thrandu. Thrandu's taken some hits. How many hit points have we left going here, Thrandu?
I'm at about half.
Oh, easily. You took... Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's right. You got a lot of hit points, yeah. I was just looking like... So you have 46 hit points normally? Nice.
48.
48. And how many do you have right now?
Well, 48 minus 22. 26. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'll update that. Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, just so... Thrandu's... Yeah, you're still in there, though. No problem. Next round, let's roll initiative.
Do not lose this.
And I rolled a 1. So chances are in your favor. Somebody roll. Initiative. Who's your initiative person?
Okay. 4.
All right, go ahead. Missile phase. You guys know the score. And now be ready to go too as well. We're getting going here. We're deep in the thick of it. Combat. I have some missiles to take care of. So if you guys have spells or missiles,
I do have a spell, and I will have put the lantern thing. I don't know if I was holding it at that point, but it would be down on the ground at this point.
all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get an acid arrow ready to throw at Kilgran or whatever.
Krigran.
Krigran.
And
I'm
okay, go ahead, fire. Actually, that you can let that rock because nobody's shooting at you.
Over 2 rounds. So I'm just checking. It says that the acid strength increases by 1 round's worth of damage for every 3 levels. So it says that it would occur 2 rounds if the caster is from 4th to 6th level. So does that mean at 7th level it's now 3 rounds of
Yeah,
acid
the damage will keep burning.
Sick. Okay.
And it'll wreck armor and stuff too, right? Remind me stuff like that. Like that's a powerful spell.
Yeah.
Oh,
it just says +1 to hit, but do I get another +1 for dexterity?
And it attacks as a fighter your level, right?
Yeah.
No.
So just +1. Okay.
Yeah. So under fighter 7th level, you need a 10. Wow, +1. You need a 9 or better. Wow, fighters are really good at fighting. So you need a go figure. So you need a 9 to hit this guy.
I rolled an 18.
Definitely. Okay, whack. Now that's a hit. So and he's so yeah, give me some damage.
Okay, so the arrow itself does 2 to 5 points of damage. I'll roll that right away.
These guys are tough. These guys are pretty freaking tough.
So 4 hits on that. And the first it says 2 to 8. Okay, so 2d4. Yeah, 2d4 for the first round of acid damage.
We need an effect for this.
Sploosh.
Oh, beauty.
And he feels it. Oh yeah, they don't like acid. Nobody really does. So tell me total damage here.
So 12.
Ooh, nice.
Starting to look like me, all melted.
Still got the beam on. Hold on. yeah, no kidding. So he feels that 12 points damage. You say. Ouch. Oh, 1 second. I have to make a little roll here. There's something about these creatures. Something that gives them a supernatural defenses against the supernatural. Okay. Every magic user hates to hear that word. Oh, that was close. All right, it hits them. But you can sense it like there was some aura that might have deflected it.
Damn.
Magic resistance. These creatures have magic resistance, and it's pretty good. These are powerful little critters. But anyway, that one hit, and it takes he cringes and yells out this obscene, weird language at you. Anyone else have any missiles? Boudica. He's still alive though, and it still does. It keeps doing damage though. You can see it's burning him and stuff, right?
For 2 more rounds.
Right. Boudica, I think she's there. And she's muted though. You are muted though, Boudica.
Sorry about that. There we go. I think I have a pretty good clear shot of Krigran. So I'm going to go for that.
Don't hit me again.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Nope.
That's funny. You can take another shot if you wish right now.
Fair enough. I'll give it. I'll see. I'll press my luck, see if I can get a better one.
What did you weapon specialize in, by the way?
Bow and arrow.
You should look up those rules a couple times.
Yeah, I'll make sure to look it up.
Okay, so
No.
those arrows go skittering into the darkness, and there's a return barrage of crossbow bolts come flying out again.
I'll take my shots before then, though.
Oh, right. Same scenario. You got a couple guys in the way, Zhang there, but there is targets available, of course.
Yeah, let's see. I'm still going to shoot for that same one that I shot the last time, the one to the right of Zhang.
Right.
So, oh, yeah, that hits. Because that's a nat 20.
Nice. So roll percentage die for me. And if you get, you want to roll. Okay, so double damage.
All right. 10 points.
Oh.
And he feels it as the arrow sinks in and he staggers a bit, but he's still fighting, still functioning.
All right. Well, let's send another one his way.
Roger that.
That doesn't hit.
Darn it. Okay. Yep. Missile phase done, except for the Darrow, of course, and they shoot at Zhang. They had their orders to take Zhang down. For whatever reason, the leader seems to want to. By the way, I think we're hearing all these beeps going off. I think somebody's open speakers, but anyway, the first one, Zhang, armor class 2, right? That's close. Oh, that was really close. That just misses. And 1 second, actually. These guys have bonuses on missile because of their dexterity. That one's a hit. 13. So Zhang, make a, first of all, make a save, see if you dodge it. Monk has some perks. I think that's Brad. I'm going to mute him because we're getting those beeps driving me batty. All right.
Nope. Missed it by 1.
Gotcha. So you take 4 points damage, and now you have to make a poison save versus acid.
And that one I don't make either. Oof, this is going to hurt.
It's going to hurt. Okay, right away you realize it's too late. That went in deep, this one. 4 points damage. It's like hit your lower arm and went right through the flesh, and you quickly tried to snap it off and hit it against your thigh or whatever off, but you were too slow. And as the acid does its work for 9 more. So total 13 damage. It hurts like your arm goes sort of almost numb, like, and just the pain is intense pain.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've taken some hits, so now you're down to. Oh wow. Yeah, you're getting down a bit, eh? I'll let you update that.
That one hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Got some. Gonna need some help there.
Yeah, they're tough, and they got 2 more shots coming at the end of the round. They're pretty accurate with those buggers, but you can see them back there behind the pillars. They're going to take you out. Apparently, they're trying to. So at the top of the order, Thrandrew, you're now facing the leader guy. The other guy they all have their weapons out.
Yeah, he's melting, so I'm gonna try to smack at him. I only get 1 attack this round, though.
Go ahead.
11. Yeah.
And that's a large shield.
Huh?
Is that a large shield? Or medium at least, right? So you can defend against 2 targets is what I'm getting at.
I don't have my shield out because I have that lantern in my hand.
Oh, shit. Well, you have to make a dexterity check every round to see if you can keep that thing lit when you're in combat with it. Unless you put it down, right? And even then, you might knock it over, but you follow. So make a dexterity check.
I may as well just chuck it at him. Here, catch.
I think you made that, right? Your dexterity is... Well, I think...
11.
Oh.
No.
So now make a save for this lantern, because you drop it and it falls on the ground. And would it be considered ceramic? No, it would be tough. It'd be like a steel kind of lantern. So we'll make it a metal soft.
Yeah, it'd be like brass or something, probably.
And this is against a normal blow. Let's say, so you have to get 9 or above, means it does not break. So 60% chance, roughly.
So 18.
Okay, so you drop it and it falls, but it stays going. It just happens to land upright or whatever. And so you're not cast in the darkness somewhat. Did you miss on your attack?
Yes, I did.
All right, Zhang, your arms, you're still in there, but man, that hurts. But you just push it down, the pain.
So the one on the right's been injured. The one on the left hasn't. So I think I need to take the one on the right out as I'm facing too many attacks here.
Mm.
So this being the second round after the second round of combat, I've got 3 attacks now because I'm a 2 plus a half with the martial arts.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to start throwing them at the other guy there. See what we get. That one's not going to do it.
Drat. Okay.
That one's not a whole lot better.
Oh, so that wound is bothering you, and you're just trying to hang in there and fight.
Oh, I'm hardly able to defend myself here. That's nothing for 3.
Roll 20 below.
So Leto,
4.
ouch! Roll damage for the acid on that leader guy
10-4.
as it burns him, keeps burning. 5 more.
Mm-hmm.
He's tough. He's still in the fight, but he's like, grinning, and you can tell he's yelling out, and he's like, kill, kill, yelling in his odd language as they're all in these battle frenzies, these guys going nuts. So what do you do this round, Leto?
I think I used up most of my.
It's the new round.
New round. Okay. Yeah, I would have just gotten darts ready again and thrown them at that kill Krigan.
Okay, go ahead.
Griffgran.
You send another barrage of darts. Now keep track how many you've thrown briefly.
Oh, yeah. Plus
Stick him in his eyes.
Mhm. And this is straight up combat. This is going to be a bit dungeon crawl this whole session, so I hope you guys are in for a bit of a ride.
The 17 might be the only hit.
Right, because you're a magic user now.
Yeah.
And that does hit.
Just the one?
Yeah. 12's a miss. Bounces off his armor. And the other one, well, I guess it adds up. Okay. Almathea. You shot one arrow already, right?
Yep. I shot. Yeah.
Or did you shoot 2?
I shot 2 at the beginning. So.
Okay, so you're kind of done. Now, you can't do weapon proficiency because you are a thief. All right, so now it's their turn again, and everybody. So this round didn't go as you guys missed a lot this round.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Okay, so this guy moves in. Okay, the one I'll do up here with Thrandu. These two are focused. They're focused on killing you guys one at a time. They're very disciplined in that manner. So this one, he moves in with his with a swing and a miss. Krigran, he again takes a swipe at that stupid lantern, and he misses. That lantern's got like armor class 9. How do you miss that? Oh wow! I rolled he needs a 7 to get it.
You miss it by using the roll 20 die roller. That's how you miss it.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
Well, and
Lantern's on the ground right now, though.
yeah, he tried just to smash it or kick it.
Out now,
Yeah, and he doesn't. And so over at Zhang, this one, he spins around this hook foreshort again. He tries to hook it behind your knee. He's trying to unbalance you as well. Oh, and you have to make a dexterity check. He does 3 points damage with the blade, and then swings the hook quickly and rips, and make a dexterity check.
Good on that one.
Okay, you're not unbalanced, and you're keeping track of hit points. Actually, I got it on. How many do you have left?
Oh shoot, that didn't take. Sorry, 1 second. I got to update that. It should have been 12.
Ouch. Okay, the wounded guy, he uses his Matic, try to brain you. 11's close, but that's not enough. Nope. That's done. Those two guys get a shot, one more shot each. They shoot at Zhang. Make 2 save throws for me, Zhang. Dodge the bolts. Wow. That 20, I'm going to say doubles up. You just pull off a wicked move and yeah, and just dodge
Slap him out of the air.
Yeah, and you're just still trying to stay alive, of course, right?
That's getting tough at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, this has turned out to be a bit of a vicious fight. They did get sort of an ambush move on you guys a bit, but anyway, I'm just wondering, they're all done now. Those two went, Yep, next round, initiative. Oh, that time I got a 6.
I roll it.
Yep.
All right, match it.
Okay, you guys get the tie break.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it to you guys this time because they're in a bit of sort of a rage mode. They don't really, they're not too, yeah. So missile or spell phase first.
Do you want me to roll the acid damage right away?
Oh yeah, you get another round yet, right?
This is the final round of acid damage.
Okay, go for it.
2d4s, I believe it is.
Yeah, that's a nice little.
Ugh. With, well, 3.
Oh no, we're not rolling great, people.
No, it's been
Not
It's
at all.
Not rolling great. All right, so missiles, we're gonna default keep going. So Boudica or Amathea or anybody can keep peppering.
All right, I will take my next shot here. So
Let her
let's
rip.
see. Can I hit the broadside of a barn? 13, so no.
No,
Well, probably not, but yeah.
I'm
Okay.
just taking a
And
quick look. No.
yeah, I'll try again and see if the roll 20 dice roller still hates me. Hit one better. Still not.
No, it's
So-
so close. You need a 15. I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
Thieves don't attack well. Their charts kind of suck almost as bad as magic users.
I'll throw another barrage at that Kriggum guy.
Oh, nice. Well, you got a couple hits.
nice shooting text.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so
Hang of those.
just 2 of them hit, right?
Yep. Nice, Jim. Nice.
Snake
You guys aren't helping yourselves here with your attacks and your damage. It's just roll 20 sometimes.
It's
Anyone
not
else
so much
miss?
sometimes,
Missile?
Jared.
It's too often. Okay, now 2 more bolts, new round, right? So they get those 2 archers get their shot. And they just keep shooting at Zhang. Now that one, the first one, he hit his buddy in the back. But the second one hit you. Make a dodge move.
I equal my save on that one. I managed to deflect that one.
Oh, okay. So, but he hit his buddy in the back. That was the guy in front of you with that hook gizmo.
With that really, really odd number.
Yeah, he got him, but it didn't kill him or anything, but he shot him. Archers are done. Now we're back to Thranduil. You're still fighting. The leader guy he's taking a lot of damage. You can tell he's got darts sticking out of him, and this acid's been burning. It's done a lot of damage. Well, actually, not a whole lot, but he feels it.
This is more of a calculated risk. I was considering pulling my shield, but I think I'll take 2 attacks instead.
Go up for it. And you're straddling your lantern, sort of. Oh, the one barely might hit. You're ranger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hit. 14. And your strength, your immense strength, right? Ogre strength. When you hit, you hit.
Oh, nice.
Which one did you attack?
Oh, the leader.
Right? How did you finish him off? He does go. You brained him? I hit him in the head.
Well, he's half melted and going down, so I just finally finish him up.
Yeah, and he
Crushing his side and crunch, couple ribs go snap, crackle.
Yeah, and he does double over and spitting up blood as he dies. And Zhang, you're up there fighting for your life. Well, let's not get too dramatic. It seems these buggers fight hard. All right.
Yeah, he's been wounded. I do need to get someplace to get some healing. Is there any way of retreating from the combat here?
10 seconds.
I was wondering about the call on the rules for the retreating from combat or withdrawing.
They get a free shot basically at you.
Nope.
So
in that case, I'm going to try and knock the one guy down, keep the one on the right, and keep the one on the left between me and the archers, and hopefully they hit him in the back again.
well,
nope. And that is not doing me any good at all.
all right. Boudica, you.
Yeah. I think in order to get a better view of everything, I'm gonna need to move up. So probably like right here. Then yeah, I think I've got a pretty no. I think we're gonna go to the one with the to the right of Jang.
Okay, yeah, he's clear.
I think that hits.
Give me a percentage roll. That's definitely a hit. Well done. We needed a little light in the tunnel here. Okay, double damage.
Okay.
10 damage. Now, what was your forte? You had the were you gut shot, or were you the ear hole?
I tend to be a gut shot person.
Yeah, you don't want to make enemies with Boudica. Okay, this one stumbles back and falls on his butt after going backward about 10 feet with this arrow's gone right through his abdomen and through his spine. And he's quite dead. He stumbles back finally and does the old spread eagle on the ground as his blood mingles with the stream. Your captain is dead. All of you must flee this place. Now, what language did you yell that out in, Leto, by the way?
Some guttural common.
Guttural comment. They don't seem to take notice in any way, shape, or form. I mean, you want to do anything besides yell that out?
If Brad had mentioned if it's undercommon they speak, and Brad had taught me some of it, I'd try that.
All right. Well, you're changing your mind and yelling it out now in undercommon. It doesn't do anything. They're fanatics. Yeah, no, it says they fight to the death. They are fanatics. They're nuts.
Try to get into a better position here.
Yeah, there's one guy in sight, sort of.
Yeah. I don't know. How does it work with the darts? Because I've just been throwing it all in these areas. Can I go retrieve them afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'd throw more darts.
And I quick roll. Basically, you see how many darts you threw, and then I decide, kind of arbitrary decision, how many you roll to get back. You make a dice roll.
Yeah.
And I just basically roll for percentage of the ones you get back. But darts are a bit different than arrows and bolts. They get wrecked easily and lost. Darts are shorter range and stuff. But anyway, go on. So you fling them at that guy?
Yeah, but the 13 doesn't hit, does it?
No.
Okay, never mind. They all whiff, but it looks nice. It's a barrage.
Yeah, you fired 12?
Yeah, these are my 12.
Almathea is there. And she shot her arrows already, though, right? Or no?
Yeah, I already shot my arrows during the missile phase.
Okay, so now it's the Darrow's turn. And this Darrow warrior attacks Thranduil just fanatically. Keeps swinging away his mattock. That's all he's been doing. And he hasn't... Oh, oops. It was lingering on 4 there. Did you see that? Do you guys see that die roll? I was like, oh, he rolled a 4. And then it went click over to 18.
What?
Yeah. Roll. 3 points damage, Thranduil.
Eesh.
They just chip away. Okay, now the one that's still attacking Zhang, he's still trying to unbalance you into the creek there. But he fails to do so. Swing, swing, swing. And then the end of the round, anyone else have missiles? If not, Zhang, give me 2 quick dodge rolls. As these guys shoot the next 2 rounds, one will hit if... Oh, yours is 11, right? So that that 19 was that. Okay, so that one hit, you have to make a poison save.
That's not going to be good. I didn't make that one either. This is going to hurt.
13 damage.
I'm down.
Oh,
That's bad.
The acid's burning as you collapse down. And it's the next round. You see Zhang just, suddenly this bolt hits and then she screams in pain as the acid burns in and does the lethal damage. Initiative.
I'll yell out to the group, push them back, I can save Zhang.
Right. Now it's they won initiative. That's bad news. Okay, missiles phase. They go shoot first. So the two guys in the back, now Zhang's down. They're not shooting at her anymore. They pick a new target, and the only ones they can see are, well, Almathea, Boudica. They would probably fire at, they fire at Thrandu. One guy shoots Thrandu, the other guy at Almathea. Oh, that's going to be close. Thrandu, your armor class is 4, but, oh yeah, you got your shield up. No? Or do you have your shield on? Now you do, right?
no.
Because that will affect things.
I haven't had a chance to draw it yet. I was thinking about drawing it last round and then just doing one attack.
Okay, 3 points damage, and you have to make a save versus poison.
I might be down too. But there.
Damn, these buggers with their poison-tipped arrows.
The saving throw just first. Okay, boy.
Right. Yeah, versus poison. So 7 more points. So yeah, you're down to 13. Ouch. And now your guys' missiles. That guy fighting.
Did you forget to roll the shot for the guy that was going to shoot at me?
Oh, I did. Okay. Well, thank you, Jeff. 3. And Karma gives you a 5.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. So he misses. And he's actually hit his buddy in the back. Because he's right in the way. He's shooting. It's this guy here. He's shooting at you.
Oh, and I can see him.
So he does 3 points damage, and this guy has to make a save versus poison. It's close. It's close. Yeah, that's a save. He makes a save. All right. Yep, your guys' missiles. Who's next?
All right, I'm going to... Oh, yeah, go ahead, Boudica.
No, go on ahead.
I was just going to try to shoot at the archer that could shoot me because I can see him clearly now.
Right.
All
Now,
right.
this guy here with that fancy hook thing, he's now jumping over Zhang's body. And he's coming at you, Almathea.
All right, well, fine, then I'll shoot him.
Okay, yeah, he's coming at you, and you just...
No, I won't.
Okay, he clang, it's off his armor.
Yeah,
and he just
I definitely
runs at
don't. Yeah.
you.
Let me roll
Okay.
percentiles to see if I, shoot myself or somebody else. No, it just goes wild, I guess.
Oh, I see. You rolled a... damn. So, not your day with that bow. Boudica.
My day with roll 20.
I'm gonna.
Roll 20 can be a bitch sometimes.
I'm going to try and shoot at the guy who was trying to, or who did knock Jang on her ass. I'm kind of pissed at that. I think that'll do.
Go for it. Yeah, shoot the one that's running. Yeah, Zhang. You guys all see Zhang go down here. Like, no. And the acid. You can see it's the acid that did the most damage. They're the clever fuckers. Their weapons don't do a lot. They do like die 4, die 6 and sort of stuff. But anywho, fire away.
Okay. I already fired once.
That's a hit.
And got 3 points of damage.
Bang. Okay. So he's taking some damage. These guys let you know they're like 3 hit die creatures. They're pretty tough little warriors. A goblin is a 1 hit die monster. A hobgoblin is like 1+1 or possibly 2 hit die monster, so on. A troll would be, I think they're about 6 or 7 hit die at least. So anyway, fire away, 3 points. Fire again. You can shoot another bow or another arrow.
Okay. That one won't do it.
Well, you're
I
level
think that-
6.
5, I think.
Actually,
Yeah,
5.
5.
That's a hit. That's 13. That's a hit.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're on the fighter table. Rangers, that's a big
Fair
difference.
enough.
Oh yeah, that's a big difference.
Ooh.
Okay, this guy is hurting, but still he comes forward and he's going to attack Elmo. He is hurting. He's got 3 or 4 arrows in him. These are tough fanatics. These guys don't stop. They don't make morale checks. They just go. Now we're on to their combat. They won initiative, right? So this guy attacks you, Amathea.
I was going to say I still haven't thrown my last darts.
Oh, yep. Go on.
Crit fail, one of them. So first, I'll roll the second, the one there that actually hit, and then I'll roll the percentage.
Yeah, and then in this case with a dart, the consequences have to be adapted a bit because there's only so much you can F up a dart.
Fuck's sakes.
1
damage. Okay, so just a D100 for the.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'll check, but I don't think there's like anyone near there.
All right. You have slipped and fallen.
Damn.
And you're prone and wet. And make a dexterity check, +5, to see if you drop your lantern.
Oh, the lantern was already like leaning against the wall.
You fell on it.
Oh, I see.
Make a dexterity check, see if you wipe it out. Okay, no, you don't step on it or sit on it. And this guy runs at Amathea, and that's going to be a hit with that 18 or 19 roll for 5 points damage, Jeff. So he runs up and gives out this eerie war cry they have, and these weird, high-pitched voices, these little kind of munchkin kind of guys.
I'm glad that I had time to heal from the last time we played.
Yeah, that helps. Now it's your guys'... Oh no, this Darrow Warrior attacks you, Thrandrew. And that's close, but... Yeah, your armor class isn't great. That's actually that's a hit.
What?
Yep. Oh yeah, they're 3 hit die monster.
Well, I'm dead. Something for nothing.
Wow. Well, count our chickens yet. How many hit points do you have left? He does 3 points damage.
Yeah, I got 10 left.
So 10 now? Oh, you're not dead. You're not dead. Far from it. 10 hit points. All right. That one attacked. That one attacked Amathea. They're all done. Actually, you guys killed 1, 2, 3 of them. And that one's severely wounded. That one's severely wounded. Oh no, that one's pretty good, that warrior. Okay, anyway, your turn. Thrandrew.
Okay, how long does it take to, like, take a shield out? Can I take out a shield and still get 2 attacks?
That depends if you make your dexterity save really well. Now, the way I do this is I say, yeah, you can... Technically, it'll take you a round to get out your shield. But you can try to do it by making a very hard dexterity check, basically. So it's +5 dexterity check. Otherwise, you spend your round pulling your shield out. Basically, you don't get an attack or anything.
Yeah, if I have 2 attacks, I lose 1 attack. But I should still get the other attack.
Yeah, no, that's true. If you had 2 attacks.
Yeah, it's a double attack round this one.
Yep. So that's dexterity. You made your check. Yeah. So you That's plus, yeah. So you pull off a move and you sling your shield around from your back in one slick move, and you're like 5th, 6th level, so I'll let you do stuff like that. And ching, it looks pretty cool, and you still get an attack, and you bring your flail up you have a flail, right?
Yeah. Do a fancy little figure 8 maneuver or something.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
Well, and a 20.
Oh my. Okay, roll percentage die.
That's-
Oh, and you got the ogre strength. Oh my, this is going to be messy.
and boom.
Okay, double damage.
Whoa. So that's
Yeah, you want to roll high on that one, that percentage. That was just a general double damage on a 20, which is
for some reason.
default. So 26 points damage
Wow.
as his chest cavity is obliterated.
His heart is replaced with a chunk of steel.
Yeah, until you extract it again because you need it. And there's this vacuum sucking effect as he does the old classic slow fall backward. And he did.
Phew.
Now Zhang is in trouble.
Yeah. Dang.
She's like, one of her legs is in the water and stuff, and she's like kind of twitching a bit. And you take 1 point damage, Zhang.
Still enemies over there.
And what are you at right now?
That would be like -4.
So now you're -5?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's losing blood and such and shock and whatnot. So you guys know the rules. Until something is done, she'll lose a hit point around. Until -10 plus her constitution bonus. If you have one. So Zhang, you are, unfortunately down. Yeah, the dice really turned on you. That was nasty. Boudica,
Yes.
you are ready to go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking.
Your heart
Well,
wrenches as you see Zhang go down too, right?
Yeah, right. I'm still, pissed at that. At the Daru over here, that or the Darrow that killed Jang. So I'm gonna. That makes it.
Got him down.
Oh my. Yeah, you've been rolling some hot numbers.
Thankfully.
And he slumps against the wall and then slumps down it, streaming like a streak of blood. And he's still kind of feebly swinging at Amalthea and such as he dies.
And I say, good riddance, you gray bastard.
Remember, everyone, you should be giving yourself 50 XP for rolling nat 20s.
Right.
Actually, at this point, it's plus 100. Once you hit, if you're 5th level or above, you get 100. Or no, sorry, you get 200 XP. Okay. Okay, good job. So everybody in the front line's dead. The 2 archers are very active, however, and they have a shot at the end of the round. Unless Boudica, you have 1 shot. Actually, you took that. That was the first shot. You killed them, and then you turn. Can you actually see those guys in the back? You got good vision, don't you?
I do. I have pretty good dark vision.
Right.
The
one
So
guy.
I might be able to see this guy right here.
Yeah, you could take that other shot now. Oh wait, I moved him. He's still there. He does have cover. You're at right now, and you have what bow? Longbow or short bow?
Let me double check my equipment.
Okay, it doesn't matter. You're short range, but you're +3 because he has 50% cover.
Okay, so it's a plus, or it's -3 for me.
Right.
Okay, so that means I only get.
No, actually, the way this works is you add this to his armor class.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's up to me.
I
So
just
there are
subtracted
these guys'
my
armor
buff.
class is pretty good. It's 4, and
Yeah,
so his armor class is 1.
Gotcha. I just subtracted from my bonus, so.
No, because the way it plays out, you're supposed to do it this way.
Oh, fair enough. I didn't understand that. I'm sorry.
I just reread a bunch of rules this week, so.
Okay, so plus -3. So let me take care of that.
So you rolled an
Why are
18.
you doing
That's a
this?
hit.
Okay.
Go ahead, roll damage. Not
Not great. No.
Okay, 1 second. All right. And these guys are determined here to keep shooting. They saw one of your party go down, and so they're covering her body, and they're just going to shoot anyone who goes near it. And they
They can try.
They can try. They take their 2 shots at the end of the round they had remaining, and you guys have fired all your shots, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, boy, they're good shots. Boudica,
Yes.
you're hit with 1, so you have to make a saving throw versus poison,
Okay. 1 second.
and you take 1 point from the actual hit.
Okay. I rolled a 19. I'm
good roll.
pretty sure that's safely
You
makes it.
avoid that nasty sting that you've sensed coming, and you right away flick the arrow out. And from now on, by the way, guys, if you can have the opportunity, you can make a really hard dexterity move to try to pull out the arrow before the poison can kick in, if you guys clue into that sort of thing. Now, the other shot was shot at Almathea, and that was a hit as well. You have to make a saving throw versus poison. Poison.
All right, give me just a second here. Where's my poison? You said.
Correct.
I don't make it, so
4 points extra. Oh, I rolled low for once on the damage. So for a total of 6 points total from including the acid, you can feel its bite, that painful bite.
all right.
It's next round, unless I missed anybody's follow-up arrow shots or anything.
I'm not sure if this is still the same round, but when I was knocked prone, I'm not sure if this is the round I could have gotten up.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, this happened during this round. So into the next round, you're prone.
Okay. Damn.
Initiative roll. 2.
You got this, Brad.
I don't know. You guys sure?
Absolutely. I have complete faith. Yes.
Now, this is like round 7, I think. I'm keeping track of how many bolts these guys have. All right, so you guys want initiative. Let's get the missiles or spells going. Boudica, you're back there with arrows
Right.
still.
Right. And
Remember,
I'm
you've
gonna
fired
try
like 10 or 12 arrows, remember?
yes, I have. Which means I had let me check my inventory
But for now,
real quick.
you still have some, though. And you guys might...
Yeah.
you can carry
yeah,
one
I had
quiver
22,
without
so I'm
being
down
encumbered.
to
Like, and I've talked
Right.
about encumbrance, right? So
right. You have, and I have. I had 22 arrows to start with, which means if I've shot 10, that's 12. So 10 to 12 arrows is what I have left in my quiver.
right. So you've thumbed another one already and looking for a mark.
Yep.
And you see those bastards behind the pillars. They're in a good spot, right? They're
Yeah.
just happily firing their...
Depending on
What I'm going to do is edge up a little further so I can get a better view of this guy that's closest to us. And I'm going to fire. I think that makes it.
Oh, yeah. And wow. Okay, you hear this, another one of those weird curses in this Smurf voice.
Ow.
Yep. Fuck you. And who else has missiles or spells?
I would if I was standing.
I will take a shot for what it's worth.
Okay, make a plus
So-
5 dex check, Lido, if you want to spring up and still act.
Nah, that's fine. I'm just gonna take my time and get up normally.
All right, so I'm going to try to shoot that one archer. So let's see. Nope. I'm gonna take my second one at the end of the round. So
Right. So we're on to combat now then. Leto, you get up. Okay.
Yes.
Amathea, you're shooting arrows. They're all dead except for the archers, so they're kind of done. Thrandrew, you're now standing there, in some pain and whatnot, but you're sort of triumphant at the moment.
But Zhang, and I say, Leto, follow me.
Yep.
And I'm gonna use my shield to cover him and get it over to Zhang, and then he can heal Zhang.
Indeed.
Right.
So try anyway. I might die though if these guys hit me.
All right. So you run into the thick of it, and yeah. No, good call. Zhang you take 1 hit point damage, Zhang. And that is the end of the turn. Now, archers get a follow-up shots. Now, Thrandrew, you kind of are in the way, sort of, a bit. But
I'm ducking down. Like, I put my shield up and, like, hunker down.
Okay.
Make a smaller target, like, over
So you're
Zhang's
turtling it.
I'll bear that in mind, but you're still in the line of fire. And these Darrow are short. So.
all right. Well, I'll take my second shot. That should hit.
Nice.
That's a 19, so that should definitely hit.
Gotcha.
For 6 points of damage.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So that guy spins, kind of does a bit of a pirouette and falls in the water dead.
Oh, nice.
Just barely.
Spock right in the eye.
Good.
Yep, he goes down. Any other missiles? I think now this other guy has his missile, and he shoots at you, Thrandrew.
You're down on the ground. I'm gonna meet him, and I'm like kneeling down. So
and you feel the little cap as the coral goes into the shield.
So it bounces off magically.
Yeah. I think I got a sound effect for this. Yeah, it's more of a barrage. Anyway, that round's done unless anybody else has an action they can pull off. I think, hey, initiative. And you hear this guy yelling in some obscene scream, and you hear the sounds of armor being pulled out, and he comes running out from the pillar with this Warmatic in his hands, screaming this death rage.
Little help.
And he comes screaming towards Thrandrew.
Did you have a chance to come up?
Now you guys get missile phase. Now that's dex save. Oh, he's nimble. He just goes through the water. Nothing. He'll reach you, Thrandrew, this round. He re-aced it. He's just run. He's raging. He's charging. He's charging you. So he gets +2 when he hits you. So you know. But you got. Did we roll initiative?
Oh no, Brad, you want to do that?
Don't think we have.
Okay. I got a 3. And he's the last, but he's determined to take one of you with him. Okay, you guys act first. You see him burst out, so he's not in the cover or anything, and he's thrown his crossbow down, and he's pulled out his weapon, and he's coming at you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna run up to Zhang if the psionics count as a spell and heal her for 21 hits.
Okay, now it doesn't work that way when you're under 0 hit points. Unfortunately.
I'd just be able to maybe stabilize her?
In the first round, all you could do is stabilize her.
Okay. Well,
and that would cost you your ability.
Like an entire shot of that.
Yeah, it's like casting a cure light wounds or something.
Okay, well then, yeah, I'll do that for sure. I'm going to get around here and kind of crouch right behind Thrandrew and Zhang and just get down in there.
Now you have a special power, and I've been thinking about this power you have, and this one's a bit different. And when you get in there, you realize that she's technically dying. It was in shock, and you had to stabilize. She has ruptured blood vessels, and the acid has toxified organs and such. And you realize now that your ability, you've been working with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I just thought of this. You've been we forgot to go over this. One of the things I forgot to mention was that every day you have to stabilize her metabolism, right?
Yeah.
Or she'll get leukemia and die.
Mhm.
And like she'll lose how many constitution points a day until
Yeah.
she's dead. And so you've got to intimately know Zhang in that regard, her in biological methods. So I'm going to give you a roll here to see if you can actually go beyond. Now, technically, the Gygax lexicon, it happens if you go negative hit points, you're fucked. You're like unconscious, and you can't use a heal light wounds and get hit points back in a normal manner. In fact, the rule I kind of had, even to be nice guy, was if you cast a cure light wounds, you get 1 hit point back.
Mhm.
Cure serious wounds is 2, a cure critical 3, and so in negative it's so hard. But in the fact that you have this connection and you're using this psionic ability, which is different, you're actually going down to the cellular level.
Mhm.
I was going to give you a roll to see if you could actually stabilize those organs, because they're the things that are effing her up.
Yeah,
Is
for sure.
the asset damage.
So would it just be a D20?
Well, let me think for a minute, because it's not going to be easy. It would be using your psionics. I would use like I'd use your intelligence, but
Mhm.
I'm going to make it plus 10, because this is not a walk in the park. This is something you're attempting for the first time. You're trying to actually get her breathing and stable at 0 hit points.
No, I mean I didn't make it, but I didn't fuck it up too bad.
Right.
I
Okay,
kinda
so you
just missed it.
stabilize her. She gets back 2 more hit points. So she's at -4. And now you realize your mistakes you made. Next time it won't be as hard, but it's just between you and Zhang,
Yeah.
this connection. And it's too bad dice didn't work out, because
That
this
was
could
cool.
have some consequences for Zhang coming up. I didn't realize this combat was going to get so ugly, but the dice were not pretty. So Zhang, you're stabilized. You gain back 2 hit points. Sorry, bud, Dean.
I got that recorded. It's okay. I'm
Yeah.
following.
Gotcha. Boudica, this guy comes storming out, and he's running at Thranduil, and looks like he wants to take out as many of you as he can before he.
Please shoot him in the face.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm gonna try and sidestep so I can avoid making a companion kebab out of my companions
Gotcha.
as possible. And yeah, looks like that sidestep gives me enough of a clear shot that I'm okay with taking it.
What the heck?
Fuck.
Yeah,
And it
got a
just
1.
misses everything. Amathea, you have your bow out, I assume. Oh, you are muted, Jeff. I'm not.
Yep, I know. I just have to get to the tab to unmute myself.
Gotcha.
All right. So, where's the guy that's running out? Is he
It's
what ugly dude? That's that guy.
Damn it.
Oh, you just took him. Yeah, there we go. All right. So I've got a clear shot on him. So I'm going to try to hit him. That 8 probably ain't going to do it.
Negative.
All right. So I'll take my last one at the end of the round.
Right. Your guys' act first. So he's running up. He's charging. He's screaming. He's going to hit Thranduil in his turn. And splashing. He's actually pretty big. I should make you guys a bit bigger. Anyway, go ahead, Thranduil.
First, right?
Say again?
If we have initiative, I get.
Oh, yeah, you get first swing, yeah. And he's charging as well, so he has to take your attack. Unless his weapon speed's quicker, but that's another matter. You want initiative, so it's moot point. Go ahead.
I guess my turn.
Yeah, now he doesn't get his dexterity, so his armor class is actually 6. And that's a hit.
Ooh.
Wow.
That hurt.
Okay, how do you kill him?
Well, I'm kind of crouched down and he's coming in. Yeah. And I just see a vulnerable spot and gonna go crunch right through his legs and hit the femoral artery, and then gush, and blood just gushes.
And he wets himself with the blood.
I snap the bone, and the bone cuts through the artery, and he just gush.
Crushes femur, hip, and he goes down awkwardly in agony. Ah! And he wipes out in the water, dead. And that again, everyone quick turns to Zhang as Leto's is intense right up on her forehead, doing the old Vulcan thing and intensely stabilizing her. Now, Leto, if you want, you can burn up a full heal to give him back 2 hit points. Like, you're locked with him right now, or her. I was thinking that you could expend your full expenditure. I think it's 23 points or something like that.
It's 21.
21. You can do that every round to give her back 2 hit points every time. You'll burn up your points.
Yeah.
How many points do you have left?
Let's see.
Can you get her back to 0?
I had.
She's -4, so you have to do it 2 more times. You have to have 42 more points.
Yeah, I will have. I'm pretty sure just that, but I'm double checking.
So you guys all see Leto is down, and he's sweating, and his hands twitching, and his head's really close to Zhang, and he's cradling her head intensely, and you see he's in another realm, and you see there's weird around the wounds of Zhang. There's the sparkling, and you see arteries trying to work and such, and you're all like, holy the heck. And if some time ticks by, and I presume you're going to follow up with that, Jim, eh?
Yeah, I'm just doing the math right now. Yeah, I'll still have enough to heal Thrandrau a bit as well once we get Zhang to 0.
But you do have enough to get Zhang to 0.
Yeah.
So Zhang suddenly arches her back in a bit of a spasm, with her heels kicking the ground, and draws in a huge breath, and and her arm is crooked and burnt, and her chest and her she got a lot of wounds in the acid. She's got burns added to her other burns from the dragon fire. She's becoming quite a scarred monk, but she's breathing regularly, and she gets up on her own power, but she's very weak though, and she looks at Leto. Man, what do you say? You're just like, oh.
Whoa. That was too close to meeting the Celestial. Wow.
And most people laugh, and Almathea looks at everybody straight. It's like, you're all strange. This party, but everybody laughs suddenly as Zhang, you get up shakily. You have 0 hit points, but you're not in negative. So in other words, you're not going to need, you're still 0 hit points, but you're not unconscious. And Leto's, you're a bit exhausted, you're wiping the sweat off and stuff, and it took like intense brain power, a lot of energy.
Like DMing a session.
Well, there you go.
Okay, so we should, just in case there are other Darrow nearby, we should either, reinforce this area, or maybe retreat somewhere where we can maybe heal a bit.
Good call. I'm going to take 2 minutes, guys. Yeah. Everybody, think about what you want to do in the follow-up of this combat. And it was a very vicious combat, and there might be more coming up. So we're going to have to think about how to prepare for this.
Can we roll quick, Darren, to see how many of my darts I find?
Right.
Yeah, and can we do that with my arrows as well?
Right. So if you take the time, so if you have a few minutes of time to go gather them up, then I'll say that you can basically roll you get half back, plus then make a percentage roll to see how much of the other half you get back.
Okay.
If you follow.
Yeah.
So if you shot 15, you get 7 back, and then you make percentage die.
So then another quarter, pretty well.
Yeah. And then while that's, you can check the bodies and stuff, but there's these seem to be more of these warriors. They seem a bit skinny and desperate. Like, obviously this meteor hitting their lair caused some problems, and they probably haven't eaten well or anything, and who knows what they're doing, but this might be a temporary exit that they're using, and this was a strong outpost, guard post sent here to eliminate any intruders, obviously.
And they're just about dead.
They're very tough. Now, unfortunately, the one guy crushed his automatic crossbow when he put it down, but the other guys seems to be functioning. And neither of you are gnomes or dwarves, so you look at this thing and you're like, have you seen something like this before? And it's small, compact little unit that has like a box on it and like a big slot in the side, and there's like a wind up part to it. And it looks like you don't know what the hell how it works, but you saw these fuckers could lay down, like you've never seen crossbows shoot more than one shot a round usually, unless somebody was like super quick. But these little mini crossbows were bringing it out. It's just the two of them who are shooting all those bolts. So Leto, you walk up to Thrandu. Thrandu, you've seen this before. Does the Vulcan thing. Now, you guys have a lot of healing potions as well. I've been dishing out healing potions. I know that. You guys have been using some, but check your inventories. I'm going to go for a few minutes. You guys might want to power up, and time is a bit of a factor. You guys get a sense. Now, you got that sense from the memories you acquired, but also you get a sense that you don't want these little fuckers to get away with this star.
Got to search this leader, dude.
Right. Let me have a quick look here before I step out.
Might have notes or orders or something.
My computer's crap in the bed a minute. Hold on. Okay, one Darrow leader. Outer cave. The guards are there. 6 arms with repeating crossbows which fire 2 shots per round and hold 6 bolts in all. Oh, my bad. Oops. They didn't get to shoot that many bolts, but anyway. Okay, the leader has 12 platinum pieces and a topaz gem. That's really nice. Topaz. Isn't topaz like an orange or yellow?
Yellow.
Well, it depends.
Yeah, I think
It
there's
could be
different colors.
gold, white, pink, or blue.
Oh, Heather, you're underwater suddenly. Roll or Hangout's chosen you to fudge up. Just do a quick reset of Hangouts. I think, right? And in total, the other 6, somebody roll 10-sided die. What'd you get?
Sorry,
We'll
I rolled a 7. I also just put in.
We kind of rolled simultaneously.
Okay, there's 42 platinum pieces between them.
On top of that? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we've got 76.
Okay, the Darrow are wet. And because now you're wondering why they're wet, and you realize that they've come here recently, and there's a pool to the south where their wet footprints may be seen. And they came from that pool to the south. And that appears to be once you walk around this room and check it out, you realize that it's got 2 pools that feed the creek, and then the pool to the south has these footprints coming out of it. And you're not sure, but you think that you might have to go down low to the south to get out of here, or to proceed if you guys decide to do so. Okay, this cavern is natural. It's about 25 feet high. At the center, leading from the pool at the southern end to a similar pool in the inner cave, is a short flooded. Yeah, you get a feeling there's a submerged tunnel that these Darrow came out of to the south.
I wonder if perhaps the meteor, or the rock that hit the mountain, has caused some of these pools to fill up and go down different caverns.
Yeah, could well be.
And also, this is a very informal place. Like, you can tell this wasn't like the Darrow. You think the other entrance was one entrance. There might have been more, who knows? But this was not used until this catastrophe. And then out of desperation, so this is probably another quote unquote natural way into the Darrow lair. And
there's no doors or anything here to make this an official entrance. This wasn't something they would have used previously.
Well, up till 7 days ago, it was probably a flooded den with a bear in it or something. I mean, it was not part of their lair. They just like I said, 7 days ago, all of a sudden their lair blew up. and they had no way to get out. And this might be the only way out. You guys are getting an opinion, because the other way was cut off, and you didn't find any other entrances. You looked around. This lair took immense damage. Like, it got hit dead center, and you guys again kind of mixed blessing. So I'll let you go. I'll leave again for a minute, and you guys figure out how much you can heal, because you're going to need to be kind of on form again for the next part. So if you got heal potions or spells, now there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Just to let you guys know, it's a tough adventure, this one, and I'd like to play for a bit longer, of course, get some more done. But yeah, we'll see how far we get. I have some plans coming up, so I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
I know we've got some of them healing potions around, but I didn't have one on my sheet to take, so
I'm pretty sure I don't know if I had any on me in particular. I'm just trying to find, where is it?
Yeah, I bailed the last time before any gear was dished out, so I don't have any healing potions, and I could use 1 or 2.
Yeah, I don't have any healing potions, but I do have a knowledge of herbalism. So I think when Darren gets back, I'm going to ask about looking around to see if I can find any plants in the area that might have some benefits to us.
We have 2 extra healing potions in the party treasury.
Mm-hmm.
I think that right now might be a good time for those.
yeah.
Dan and Drew and I are both beat up really badly, and
yeah.
four unidentified potions.
Oh, is that from a long time ago? Because I do have 4 potions that I had identified with Darren.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, there's the Filter of Love, the Potion of Climbing, 4 doses of Water Breathing, and a potion of Diminution.
Diminution.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got to go hit the can too while we're doing a bio break, and I think we should use those, and possibly those water breathing might come in handy tonight too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Back in a minute.
That's 3. Mm-hmm. Man, we're at the point where we almost need potions of extra healing, because a regular healing potion does 1 to 8. That's pretty lame.
Yeah, exactly.
We're getting that crap kicked out of us now. It's like, man, you should a little more scoop them. Oh man.
Okay, that was an intense combat.
Yeah.
I just thought about for a minute. It's like, these guys are tough little fuckers. They're like 3 hit die. Oh, and they got good armor. They got, they have the average Darrow warrior was quite tough, and that acid did a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems to be only coated on their quarrel bolts. You guys have to figure out some way to offset missiles.
Well,
I know mages have excellent spell for that, but you don't have it in your spell book, probably.
Oh yeah, deflection for normal missiles. protection for normal missiles.
Yeah.
Well, I've got that magical shield, but I don't know what it is. It's never gotten identified. So
Right.
I can
Oh yeah, we should definitely figure that out.
Yeah, especially if we've been traveling for, even like with you for a couple days, then that could have been something I easily did.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, I've been with you guys since we left the Druid Grove, so
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have
I
identified.
remember that shield.
The only other thing I was going to say, one of my ideas I had for, like, if I'd have been closer to the front lines, I would have tried it. Is I got the wind wall spell learned for today. That one would be fucking awesome for when arrows are flying at us.
Yep. Oh, for sure.
Any like magic missile, like fireball.
That would be nice, but I have yet to find fireball.
Mhm.
Hmm. All right, guys. This gets interesting. This adventure. So, we'll have you guys managed to heal up a bit, get Thrandrew back on his feet as well. Zhang, did you get
I had
some?
18 hits. It was still pretty messed up.
We do have a couple of potions of extra healing. They are 2d8s.
Yeah. Yeah, because you guys better heal up while you can. I mean, you don't really have the option to go do full recharge.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, there would be consequences, and you might lose the star.
Yeah.
Well, since we're kind of in dire straits to find healing stuff, would my knowledge of herbalism allow me to be able to find maybe some healing herbs that could help us down the road?
Okay, now this is something, Boudica, that I'll grandfather in a sense that we had 5-6 weeks journey and so on, and your background with herb lore, that's something that you could do. All right.
Okay.
So let's make a either an intelligence or a wisdom check.
Okay, I think my
And-
intelligence is higher, so we'll go with that.
And this would you have herb lore, right?
I do.
Okay. So let's see how well you roll. The better you roll, the better the results for
Right.
You want to roll low, of course. Well, you didn't. What is
so
your intelligence?
My intelligence is 15, so I was 2 over.
Okay,
so
you didn't find
I
squat.
didn't find squat.
Yeah, it's late fall. All the funguses have died off and stuff, and the mushrooms have done their thing, and yeah, it's just everything's not in bloom, and seasons are anyway. Nothing.
Fair enough.
That's too bad. Now, if you rolled a 1 there, boy, I would have had some fun as a DM
Well-
coming up with stuff you find.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Oh, of course. Roll 20's been a bit of a
But
well, yeah. So you guys seem at the moment to have peace, and you've been here for about 10 minutes getting Zhang standing up, and she's feeling better and has rolled for some hit points back.
Did we find anything on Krigran?
Yes, 22 platinum pieces
Oh,
and 2 potions.
ooh, potions.
Now you guys have a lot of other potions, I think, right?
I was just letting the party know about the filter of love and the potion of climbing and all that sort of stuff we have.
Yeah, keep track, because you got to bring these things out if they help buff you guys up. Now you guys don't have a cleric.
No.
No.
Where's Shorten? All right.
yeah, where's Shorten when you need him?
I've lost touch with Alex actually quite a bit. I sent a message or 2 out, and he looked like he was interested, but I don't know. You know how these things go. That's too bad. He's a good player. I'll try to get him on board again, guys. And that was another player that was meant to be core in this adventure, by the way. But anyway, so you guys are up on your feet, getting healed up. So let's update our character avatars for their hit points and such for me, if you would. Be
27.
kind. My computer is got too much going. Better shut some stuff down.
green is hit points, right? Or is it red? Green?
Green's hit points. No, red's hit points. Green's arm class.
Well, mine's going to be 6 plus whatever that shield does, so it'll be like 5. plus whatever the shield is, because I don't know what it does.
Well, Jim can make a intelligence check to figure that shield out. Now, this is a pretty intricate item, so this one was really hard for you, Lato, to figure out. In fact,
Nah,
+5.
still make it.
All right. Now, as soon as my computer quits crapping the bed. Oh my God. Hold on. It's like that. It's like you're asking
He's
me
gone
to
out,
do
I
too
think.
many things at once.
Part.
Oh, come on. Give it a second. I might have to restart that. You can do it. Dungeon Master's Guide. Come on. Somebody's. What the hell was that? Sorry, guys. My computer all of a sudden just like, wow. It's not happy.
Syntax error. Reboot.
Oh, it's just, I can hear it just churning away. It's like, oh my God, what's going on?
Freak out.
Well, how old's your machine?
Oh, it's getting on there for sure.
Oh yeah, I know. Once I start grad school, it is going to be a nightmare to
It's a good.
because yeah, mine's a 2011 model that I got used, so I'm lucky it's still running.
Wow, this is getting a bit annoying. I might have to look into this if it doesn't improve quickly.
Got a gateway computer. It's been really good.
Yeah, you're lucky.
It's a pretty smooth computer, but
It's well, I upgraded it a bit, but
Yeah, I was lucky. My husband
not too bad.
when he
it's just
when he put memory into our desktop before before some wires shorted out in the CPU.
Ooh.
Yeah, he put some extra memory into mine, which I think has helped keep mine going strong.
Oh yeah, probably more RAM.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and you know that's why it's good to marry an engineer.
They know how to fix it.
Oh yeah. Well, Red Green always says, if you don't find him handsome, you should at least find him handy. Well, he's both, so I'm happy.
Perfect.
Does anybody have a DM's manual close by to look up the extra healing potions?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I got the virtual version.
Okay, because the one I just looked at said 3d8 plus 3 instead of the 2d8. I just want to make sure I am not cross-referencing it with some other.
Whoops. DMG.
Because it's a second edition DM's manual I looked at.
Right, potions. Nice.
And Darren says that he's rebooting his computer.
Yeah.
So hopefully the old IT adage of turning it off and on again.
Yeah,
Worked.
it does work 90% of the time.
Well, I was gonna say, to be honest, 95% of the time that's the issue. But
Yeah.
he also said he was rebooging, so I'm not really sure how one reboogs. But
I thought
I
he might
figured it
have-
was a typo. I'm used to,
I thought
I
he
joke
was
I'm an archaeological technician. I'm used to extrapolating from incomplete or weird data, and typos and strange associations with handwriting is one of them.
but
Yeah,
perhaps he was
actually-
boogieing.
Oh, sorry.
Hell, that's the reason why my that's one reason why we had so much trouble finding my great grandfather, or where he was buried, because his name was Mannon, but they listed him as Marlin.
Hmm.
Luckily, he had a weird last name, so it made him easier to find. But had we been looking strictly for Mannon, then we would have been hosed.
Mm-hmm.
man, I wish I would have been using melee weapons and that shield in that fight. Life would have been much better.
Okay, I looked up potion of extra healing. It does 3d8 plus 3 hit points.
Yeah, and you can take it in 3 doses. You don't have to drink the whole thing at once.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
smaller ones. Okay. So, so I should get 1d8 more. Plus 3.